Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Kind of a crazy series of beers I'll be doing. 3 beers from Acorn Brewing, who we've covered previously. This is the first of 3, and this is probably the most simplest of those. This be Scotty Doesn't Know. Great song. This is part of Barry Acorn's Barrel Society series, I believe. This is the Syracuse Bourbon Society. Scotty Doesn't Know. Maker's Mark Barrel Aged Scottish Ale at 10% alcohol by volume. I believe these are part of a kind of like society barrel age program that you can get at Barry Acorn, but I did not get that through there. I got it through Drink New York Craft. If you want to go watch the unboxing, I'll link it down below, and I'll put all the pertinent information down below. It's like kind of like a subscription service. It's like a la Tavour, but not necessarily like that. The beers can, they have like a monthly beer club that they'll just kind of send you beers every month, but you'd also kind of pick and choose and cultivate the beers you kind of want to, based off of the breweries they have in their portfolio. They were kind enough to send over 3 bottles of beer from that service that you would be able to buy. So if you actually want this, you can actually reach out to them and go get it. I'll put a link down below too. Like I said, that might be some kind of percentage off. I don't know. I haven't really hashed out the details, but they were kind enough to send this off. So here we go. What do we got going on here? Like I said, barrel aged Scotch Ale, Heaven Hill, right? Maker's Mark. Here I am besmirching. Maker's Mark, barrel aged Scotch Ale coming in at 10%. Not a big hiss, so we don't know if we have a lot of carbonation on this. We have had a little bit of kind of carbonation, snafus with Buried Acorn before, but that was with their really high ABV stuff, so we'll see how the sucker lands. There's a little bit of carbonation going on, nothing too crazy. Not sure the date on this. It says established 2007. I don't think that's when this beer is from, but I do like this kind of like super ghetto labeling on this, so yeah, we'll get down. Gotta tell you though, I'm kind of excited because based off of the look of the beer, because it looks very, very kind of murky, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of turbid, basically. Think of a hazy IPA, but on a darker scale. You're not really going to get that off on camera, but it has this really murky, dense kind of iced tea. If you want to get a little kind of worse, doo-doo water kind of look to it. So yeah, it looks what I want my kind of barrel-aged, richer, dark beers kind of look like, especially ones that aren't like crazy dark SRM, because this is not. That's the thing you have to keep in mind. This is more of a rich, dark brown as opposed to a jet black. So the reason you can't see through this is because of that turbidity, not necessarily the color of the beer. So looks the part. Carbonation looks a little bit better on a whirl. Let's see if we can get a nose. Oh. Yeah, that smells really good, because what I'm getting here is kind of like what I really want from barrel-aged beer in general. I mean, if you're going to give me, pick one thing you want, I want sugar daddies, and that's what I'm getting from this beer. Tempered. It's not like huge, like 18%, 50-year-old brewery beer kind of sugar daddy. It's a little bit tempered, a little bit softer, but I'm definitely getting it here. So you got that kind of rich kind of caramel, that little bit of molasses, that burnt brown sugar, all kind of melding together to be this kind of sugar daddy level kind of stuff. Not stopping short of being like a raisinette kind of thing, but that's what the biggest part of this beer is. Huge gobs of vanilla, a little bit of kind of like coconut in there. A lot of the things that you really appreciate when it comes from the barrel. Not getting this real big chocolatey kind of charry thing on it might come through in a taste. So you're getting bits and bobs from the barrel there. You're getting that caramel. You're getting that coconut. You're getting that vanilla. And you're getting that richness from that kind of Scotch ale. It's nothing as far as smokiness or peatiness. So I think it's very much kind of like the non-peaty version of what a Scotch ale is. There's 2 different versions. This is the more kind of old chubby kind of, for those that are playing along at home that haven't drank a lot of Scotch ales, kind of Scotch ale with this really nice kind of barrel character that I'm really curious to see how it comes off in the taste. So let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. There's a decent amount of barrel in this, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Nice rich maltiness on this. It had a little bit of roastiness to it. Definitely falls short of being anything like big, rich kind of Russian Imperial Stout, anything like that. But it has a little bit of bittering to the maltiness, a little bit of roasty toastiness, a little bit of stringency. I kind of dig that. On the barrel kind of things, you're definitely getting a barrel char here. You're definitely getting that vanilla coconut kind of combination kind of at play there, kind of working with that and giving you this soft little roasty toastiness. Now, this is where it kind of gets a little bit sideways for me. Carbonation, again, a little bit undercarbonated. And since it's a little bit undercarbonated, I think the sweetness falls a little flat on this, and I think it kind of just a slight imbalance on the bitter side for something like this. Not that Scotch ales can't lean towards an undersweetened kind of side, but I feel like I'm getting a lot of barrel char and probably a hop combination that's not too aggressive, but it's definitely there. And then this kind of astringent kind of bitterness from the maltiness that all would work really, really well. I just think if the actual spirit side of things, in combination with a more propped up kind of carbonation, would help prop up a little bit of sweetness here and make this a little bit more balanced. But again, we're talking about 10% here. We're not talking a big beer by any stretch of the imagination. And I have to say, again, lack of a little bit of sweetness, lack of a little bit of carbonation here, it's giving me those sugar daddy vibes. Not a lot of beers do that, especially beers that aren't old. You know, there's a couple things you can't really fake when it comes to beer. Coconut from a barrel is one of them, and age is the other. Age brings with it, the raisinettiness, the sugar daddiness, all the things, the figgy datiness, the richness of barrel-aged beer. Now, you can pseudo-fake that. I'm talking about more like core 4 bottle carb beers. Barrel aging, you're aging it, so it kind of makes sense there, but that can accelerate that kind of point. So I think that we have that going for us here. But I really do think it's really hard to get to that sugar daddy level, even when you're barrel aging. When I say sugar daddy level, I'm more specifically talking about old ale, Scotch ale, wee heavy, English barley wine, even American barley wine. Those are the ones that really exhibit that kind of flavor profile with a decent amount of age on it. So you're talking about a 10% Scotch ale, barrel aged. Don't know how old it is. There's no date on here, so I don't know if it's super recent or has a couple years on it outside of the barrel aging process. Even if you're going to give me a undercarbonation, even if you're going to give me maybe slightly less sweet than I would love it to be, I appreciate that flavor profile. So I dig it. I think it's fun. And the most ordinary of the three that I'm going to be doing from the box that Drink New York Craft sent me. There's one I had to look up ingredients. I don't even know what half of this stuff was. One was a barrel of liquor I've never heard of before. It's kind of like somewhere between agave and vodka or something. I don't know. And that has like all kinds of stuff going on in it. There's a smoked lager that's blended with a sour, like a wild firm or mixed firm. I don't know. Kooky stuff, like schizophrenic, insane funness. So I'm excited to start off to ease in on the barrel aged porter and Scotch ale, and see what else it has to bring. Really fun. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better barrel aged beers I've had of late. Sure, it's in the top. It's in the conversation, just not Mount Rushmore status for me. Value and availability. Actually, don't know that. If somebody from Acorn or even Drink New York Craft wants to chime in as far as what this would cost, I don't know how to break this down because it's part of a service. So what it would cost if you went to the brewery to get it, as opposed to if you get this in a box from New York Drink Craft, what would that cost? That I don't have the answers for. Somebody out there, let's put it this way: if somebody out there can let me know in the comments below, great. If somebody out there can let me know, and I'll post in the comments below, even cool. If somebody's curious and they want to know and they can't find out, reach out to me and I will find out for you. And just say if you like you like this. If you like Scotch ales, barrel-aged beers, and you like them drinkable. That's probably the best way I could kind of spin this. If you're talking about lack carbonation, kind of leaving a little bit kind of softer on the sweet side of things. If you like something that's drinkable and not going to weigh heavily on your palate when it comes to that kind of sweet, toothy kind of way, but you dig on barrel-aged beers, you'll dig this. So there you go. One in the books of 3. You're going to have to check all them out. So first things first, Barrett Acorn. Been to the brewery, had their beers, have this beer, let me know down below. Drink New York Craft. Have you used that program? It's not just New York State too. They deliver to several states. I know there's some excluded, but you know, they have a couple dozen, I believe, a dozen plus breweries, let's put it that way, in their portfolio as far as boxes that they can send out to people. And I want to say it was like, you're getting 12 beers for 69 bucks a month to your door. Like, that's it, flat fee. I think that's pretty bonkers, but I think you can get kind of be like, okay, I don't want all cans, I want some bottles, and kind of finagle your boxes. Again, I'll put the link down below so you can check it out on your own. Have you used the service, or you're interested in the service, all that fun stuff? Let's talk about it. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a barrel aged beer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers all.